It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Good morning to you.
Ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun.
Good afternoon to you.
Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary.
And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us.
Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary.
This is Maiyegun Live.
Pẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Call it a brunch time with Maiyegun.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun.
It is morning in America. It is afternoon here in the UK.
Wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
I think it's the same in Nigeria too.
Maiyegun.
And almost across all European countries. It is almost evening time if it's not an evening time already in India and some part of Asia. Thank you so much for joining me because here we call it a brunch time, breakfast and lunch. Read the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast, like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends and tell all of them that Maiyegun today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
That's right.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
If you have been following the development inside that contraption,
Lórí Facebook.
especially online,
And yes, so like.
you can tell that for the past 72 hours, if no more, we have been seeing different rògbòdìyàn and different exposes.
Bàbá Gbéwúrẹ́.
Some of them are not really new,
Yes, so like.
except some latest that have been added to what we already knew. The point here is that we have a category of people that are so triggered because they do not want some certain information to hit the public. They are gaslighting people, they are blackmailing people, they are threatening people
And yes, so like.
because their favorite is currently on the hot seat.
Bá.
You should share this broadcast if you haven't already.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. And yes, so like.
A lot of people who have been following the politics of Nigeria, especially in the last 35, 40 years,
And yes,
you will see that there are those who build their political career on
Maiyegun ti dé.
so today, as I was saying, there were those who built their political career lying to people that they believed that for Nigeria to work, Nigeria must go back to the pre-1966 changed in Nigeria. So they said Nigeria must go back to 1963 Republican Constitution and pre-independence Nigeria, which was the time when we had regional system of government. Regional system of government is still considered as one of the best time in the post-independent Nigeria, pre and post-independent Nigeria, because it was the time that regions in Nigeria were very much competitive. Those who invested in all of them invested in education, by the way. But the two regions, Eastern region, Western region, invested heavily in education. They invested heavily in agriculture. They invested so much in human capital development. And post 1966, when Decree 34 or unification or unity, whatever decree of 1966 by Agunyi Irosi, and then the subsequent decrees, Decree 4 of Yakubu Gowon of 1967, all these decrees to force one Nigeria on the rest of us. Since that time, Nigeria has been going down the spiral. It's like Nigeria has been going down the drain. So yeah, there were people in Nigeria that built their political career lying to people that for us to actually have a real country, we must jettison this fake democracy, jettison other fake government they foisted on us, military, democracy, and others, that we had to go back to regional system of government. And they even kind of formed a political party around that. I am talking about the pro-Nadeco guys. And you know that Nadeco is not just a Yoruba thing. It was a Nigerian thing where people from all parts of Nigeria who were opposed to military rule, right, at the time, whether in Nigeria or in exile, right, they believed that if Nigeria is to work, everybody should go back to where they come from. Everybody should go back to their regions. Everyone should go and develop their own system of government for their region. And maybe the center, which will be the center of Nigeria, or central government, ceremonial, by the way, people can pay taxes to them. A lot of us who went to school in Nigeria, especially in the 70s, in the 80s, and some of you in the 90s too, right? You will remember that we were raised to believe that the best time of Nigeria was when Nigeria was practicing regional system of government. We were taught of how beautiful it was. The likes of Okpara, the likes of Azikiwe, the likes of Awolowo, Ahmadu Bello. These guys were, they were like folklore heroes where everyone from this part of Nigeria would tell you one great thing or many great stuff that these guys achieved in their regional, capacity. Premier of Eastern region, Premier of Northern region, Premier of Western region. And most of us today still brags about their achievements. Most of those achievements that are only existing on paper now, destroyed by those who were supposed to have been the beneficiaries of those great times, the Tifnumbus of this world, and others like that, right? Who have taken advantage of a rot that Nigeria has become to build an empire for themselves, an empire that these folklore heroes, Awolowo, Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello, they never had a chance of building for themselves. Now, these guys, these men have destroyed education. They have destroyed human capital development. They have now created a cult-like followership where poverty is the only identity card they give to their followers from the east to the west to the north. The political class have failed the people, and they continue to fail the people. They continue to force this one Nigeria on us. The idea of one Nigeria, we are one country. We are the same people. No, we are not. We are not the same people. We are not one Nigeria. We have never been. So recently, a group came together and they said, you know what? We would, for Nigeria to kind of go back to regional system, they would have to go through the National Assembly. We knew it was never going to happen. But we just didn't know that they would actually put it before these unpatriotic criminals, the National Assembly. And unfortunately as well, we never believed that those who built career on Awolowo this, Awolowo that, will be the champion of rejecting the same idea. Let's go back to regional system of government. Let everybody go back and take care of their own affair. So that the Fulani terrorist that believes that Nigeria is their own, the estate of their forefathers, Uthman Danfodio, the first official terrorist in Nigeria, the great-grandfather of the current Sultan of Sokoto, the families of a terrorist using Islamic religion terrorism to hold on to Nigeria. So they won't have that dream, or we can kill it once and for all. That if you have anywhere that you manage, your forefathers managed to conquer the Borno Empire, that you didn't even conquer Borno Empire, so to say, but the Hausa kingdom that you subjugated, and then you killed their leaders. Keep it. That is the only way, the only place your forefathers managed to use terrorism to claim. They didn't cross the middle belt of that part of Nigeria today for you, their descendants, their children, to be bragging that Nigeria is the real estate of your forefathers. Who is your forefather? But we have a weak men, greedy men, selfish men, parading themselves as representatives of other part of Nigeria today. Selfish, greedy enough that what they care most about is power, money, and what have you. They do not give a damn about their people. They continue to force Nigeria on us by saying we are one Nigeria. And here we are. Everybody is fighting for what is called the identity crisis. Identity crisis. I know my papa. I know who I am. And I know my history. I am a Yoruba man. I am an Ijebu man. From a larger space that is occupied by the Yorubas. You are an Igbo man. You are an Ijo man. Or maybe you are an Shekiri man. Maybe yours is UGEP as well, right? Everybody knows where they come from. But the only problem is that these criminal politicians want us all, right, to ignore that and begin to fly this fake one Nigeria identity. And the Fulani terrorists who have decided to occupy our land they say they want to use their Quran to touch our ocean in a defiance of, in a display of conqueror, that they will conquer us. They don't want to conquer us by fighting war with us. They are conquering us by converting our weakest men and women, luring them with power, luring them with money, making them believe that they could have everything if they can look away, sacrifice their people and all that. Yes, that is what you call the state capture. So yesterday, when they said this bill popped up in their National Assembly, the first set of people to reject it, they are no other than the descendants of Afonja, the Afonja the betrayer, the children of Afonja, the ones that are ready to sell their brothers for 3 shekel of 3 pieces of silver, as long as they can make them Senate presidency, the Senate leader, make them presidency, make them governors, and give them all this position and luxury that comes with it. But there are those of us that have never lost our identity. We have never lost of who we are. We have just been held back, held down by these bastards parading themselves as the leaders, our leaders in the current contraption called Nigeria. Opeyemi Bamidele is one of them. He is one of those who have been using tribalism, bigotry, just to keep kissing the asses of their Fulani Lord Masters. But these guys are minority. So yesterday, they said a bill popped up in their National Assembly, and it was about returning to regional system of government. They killed it because according to them, no, we can't go back to regional system of government. Going back to regional system of government is going to be an automatic handover or automatic authentication of Biafra. Because they said the moment everybody goes back regional, even though a lot of people believe that the people that will benefit mostly from the regional system of government in the current setting of Nigeria, the first set is going to be the Yorubas. The second group that will benefit mostly are going to be the Igbos. And then, like everyone else from every part, everybody will benefit according to what they are ready to contribute, according to what they are willing to put in an effort of building your own region, of building your own people. That is how beneficial it's going to be to you. You will not blame anybody. You won't have to blame anyone. Yeah? Yorubas won't have to blame the Hausas. Hausas won't have to blame the Fulanis. The Fulanis won't have to blame the Igbos. The Igbos won't have to blame the Ijos. The Ijos won't have to blame the others. If nobody will blame anyone, your destiny will be handed over to you. Make of it whatever you like. But guess what? The criminals that are supposed to speak for us, they choose to kill it. Because according to them, that is going to accelerate or fast track the emergence of Biafra. And because of this, it is better we hold everybody down. And there is a saying in English said, he who holds somebody down, you are not going anywhere too. In fact, I think there is an Igbo saying towards that. He said, Oji, onye nala, ji onwe ya. I don't know if I pronounce that right too, but I'll say it again. Listen. Oji, onye nala, ji onwe ya. He who hold another down also stays down. So it is obvious today that the bastards of Yoruba land, the selfish criminals of Yoruba land, who believes that they are benefiting from this current contraption. A Yoruba guy is in charge of Nigeria. Why should they go small when they can go big? Milk whatever they can make, milk from the eastern part of Nigeria. Keep the entire place terrorized, traumatized, and then make the money. Maybe when a Yoruba man is no longer in charge, we can all go back and begin to ask for regional system again. Selfish criminals. Similarly, the Arewa North, by the way, who themselves, for 8 solid years opposed the breakup of Nigeria, restructuring of Nigeria, regionalism in Nigeria. Then immediately after Bokuwari, they started muting. They started talking about it. You know what? If Nigeria want to break, let it break now. Because their guy is not in charge anymore. These selfish rogues, selfish criminals, right? They are holding everybody's down. They are keeping everybody's down. And none of us is benefiting from this contraption, except them and their family members and those they wish to share the whole place with. but you and I have no benefit. Whether you are a northerner, whether you are a Muslim northerner, a Christian Midwesterner, or you are a Middle Belter, whether you are an Igbo or Yoruba, it doesn't matter. Nobody is benefiting from this contraption except the criminals who believes that it is their turn, and maybe when they are done, then you can ask for Yoruba nation, or you can ask for Biafra after that. For now, no. Mo de chop am as he be. Opeyemi Bamidele, the madman from Ekiti, who has been playing the tribal card in the National Assembly. If you come up and query Tifnumbu, this madman is going to say it is because Tifnumbu is a Yoruba man, and we will not let anybody destroy the regime, the illegitimate regime of a Yoruba man. Guess those who are actually crying? Those who are crying for the marginalization, those who are crying of the poverty in Nigeria today, they are mainly the Yorubas. But these guys don't care. Who gives a damn about Yoruba this or Yoruba that? They are more interested, right, in whatever they can get right now. And like Dele Farotimi said, this Olori Buruku Omo Alis, right? They are building a country that their own children, their children will never live there. Their children will have to run away from the place when these criminals are dead. These Olori Burukus, when they are dead, or they themselves have become like useless and powerless, as it is going to be. Yeah. So I am bringing back to you details on that later, though. Okay. Also, this since very dark man, right, raised an alarm on the collusion between the Femi Falanos, the Falano family, Bobrisky, Nigeria Prison Service, as well as the EFCC, all their shady deals behind the scene, right? Guess what? Suddenly, people left this revelation. They left this expose. They started threatening the young man, threatening him every day. You know, how dare you talk about Falano like that? And all of that. But you know something? There's actually a section of people who are busy saying that. A section that you will find among those who are hibernating in the obedient movement. I was so surprised when I was like, why are they all attacking him? What is the correlation between Femi Falano and these guys? Why are they not talking about the expose, the illegality, the crime that must have been committed? Why are they not interested in that? Why are they so interested in the very dark man being sued or jailed? But it's all coming back now, right? Remember, 4 years ago, when Tifnumbu and his gang, Sanwoiku and others, when they ordered the shooting and killing of innocent protesters, armless protesters in Lagos, across Lagos, they paid some of this days, right? This I never chop on social media to go deny that nobody died. They said nobody died. They sent people to the on TV to go and say it. They wrote so many articles in the papers, nobody died. But what they didn't tell you was that behind this, apart from the fact that the tribunal set up to probe what happened, right? The tribunal indicted the Sanwoiku's government of masterminding the shooting and killings of innocent people, not just at Lekki tollgate, but across Lagos. And there were evidence. The families of the victims were there. They presented their cases. Those who sustained injury and survived, they were there to as witnesses. Those who lost 1 limb, 2 limbs, and all that, were also there to present their evidences before the panel. But when the panel now gave out his verdict, indictment, guilty, Sanwoiku killed over 500 people in a space of 20 days. Most of these killings were done between the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, even the 21st of October 2020. Sanwoiku and gang, who are supposed to be parents themselves, they did everything. They bribed people. They paid everyone to kind of like ignore it, to deny it. We didn't know then that even though the tribunal awarded penalty, Sanwoiku and his regime, they were supposed to pay out over 2 billion naira as compensation to the victims. But they didn't want to pay that. So they now made a selection whereby they were proposing bribe to the now influencers. Some of them are now the obedient on social media. That's why I was like, why are they all like, it's like they did a WhatsApp meeting, right? They did a WhatsApp meeting to start attacking this VDM guy, very dark man. They were not addressing all the points he raised. They were just pointing out how he's going to be jailed, how he's trying to tarnish the image of Femi Falana. So some of them said they didn't want to collect the money. But what they said, they gave them the money. They want to give them the money, cash, 100 million naira. Instead of paying compensation according to the tribunal, Sanwoiku chooses to give cash, 100 million naira cash to these selected guys. Come and take it. It's cash. All right? You can give the money to some of the victims. You can pay some hospital bills. That's what they told them. So they had meetings where those ones were, some of them were like, no, we would rather you probably follow the tribunal judgment and pay the victims and all that. But if they did that, they would agree that they actually killed people. So they didn't want to agree that they killed people. They did not want to show that, they don't want to like accept that they killed people. So they picked on these guys who are now, some of them are now obedient supporters, like obedient influencers. So after back and forth, right? Some people, they said some people now leaked this info of Sanwoiku is begging them with 100 million naira cash. They leaked it to the victims. Go. Those ones that got shot, those ones that got their legs cut off, those ones that have lost their eyes or lost anything, suffering, those who are still in the hospital, who have not been able to, they leaked the information to them. And those ones started like contacting and calling these influencers. Hey, please collect the money now. Hey, collect the money. We need money. Say, Shakpa Malekun, Shakpa na one crazy weapon in Nigeria. So back and forth, right? They go say, okay, we go collect the money. Meanwhile, there is another group. Nigeria, that country, is a mess. While all of us were raising money for them, as they are giving us link during the NSAS protest, I don't know if you remember, I raised money on this platform. I may not be able to say how much, but I can give you a rough estimate that we raised on my own platform, Maiyegun's Diary Politico. You can give an estimate of maybe, okay, we go raise more than $20,000 for them. Because now here they come that time, I don't know if some of you will remember, now here go come that time, bring the link and say, this is the authentic link. This one's now the FEMCO, they have another group, they call them FEMCO. FEMCO. Feminist coven. Feminist coven. FEMCO. They were post as they were like, oh, that campaign, no agree, we no go agree. I will come to Maiyegun, I will say, this is the link, please support them. This is the link, please support them. I personally gave more than £300 during that course of the whole protest then. More than £300. Donated to this one, GoFundMe, this one, and and my supporters on this platform who also chipped in money. At the end of the day, because you remember that it was one of the most organized protests in Nigeria then. They had medical team. People were there to provide medical support. They had, which were like with ambulances. They had security team. Private security companies who worked and supplied security, personnel that they were paid. They had lawyers who were supposed to be doing pro bono. That was how I got to meet the now late Ogulano. You remember that our, they call him Aluta lawyer. That's how I got to meet the man. He was one of the lawyers who were working for the NSAS protesters offering pro bono. So immediately they killed everyone they killed on the 20th of October, and the whole protest stopped. Baba, it was like a pot of gold for some of these guys who created this different fundraising platform. The FEMCO people, Baba, they made more than 500 million naira in donation. Most of this money is in Bitcoin. Over 500 million naira if you convert it to. Now they now came out. The lawyer said they were doing pro bono. Because anywhere they arrested anybody that time across Nigeria, lawyers go show up. You will see lawyers, they will show up to come and bail you. Anywhere, if anybody says that they've arrested my brother, they arrested my brother in Abraka, or they arrested my brother in Wari, or they arrested my sister in Port Harcourt, or the people arrested in Abuja, all you have to do is just come online, okay? Just put a picture of your brother or your sister suspected to have been arrested, right? During that protest. Lawyers go show. Then they go everywhere, they look for everybody there. And those lawyers said they were doing it pro bono. Pro bono. Pro bono means for free. I think that these guys now said they wanted to, after like a month, when people started pressurizing them, where's the money? What did you do with the money? Where's the balance? Where's the money? They now said they were doing accounts. In fact, I was impressed when they did the account. I didn't count it as anything because it wasn't all about that money. I was so impressed the way the protest was like organized before they killed people that way. Only for them to say, we spend 80 million naira on legal, 70 million naira on the... So lawyers, where can they do pro bono? As some of you are protesting, some lawyers, the way to protest is to help some of you arrested. They call themselves, they don't pay me. Who then pay all this legal fee? Now who collect? I kind of bailed out 15 people, 15 protesters. Another lawyer will come and say, I bailed out about 10. Nobody gave me any money. Now, the wahala started from. I'm coming back to the ones who did Sanwoiku, 100 million naira. I'm coming to that one. No. People started questioning. Hey, they don't use all of una cash outs. And the people were like the faces of FEMCO and other group. They can't say to themselves, Baba, people they cash out. Like they'll say, this one collected 35 million naira. What did she do? What did she do then? She was sitting behind her phone. Typing NSAS now. NSAS now. NSAS now. Abi? How she go take collect 40,000 pounds? $50,000. What did she do? What did this one do? Accusation after accusation. I was one of those who came here to be like, people shouldn't kind of focus on the money. I'm gonna leave money out of this thing, Jerry. These guys did a great job. I should scam the majority here. I should cash out to get it for real. And that was why when they set up the panel to probe the killing and they found the Lagos state government guilty, in order not to further indict themselves, they approached some of these influencers that people know online. Please come to a meeting in Alausa. Please come to a meeting in Ikeja. Come to a meeting in Marina. Governor want to meet all of you for this. They were offering them money. And in fairness, some of them didn't want to touch the money. Guess who convinced them to take the money? That the Falano, the one that they told you, has been fighting for human rights for 40 years. And fighting for human rights, fighting for woman rights. He was the one that convinced them to, you know what? There are so many people that really need support. Money where they're supposed to help the victims, they don't share them. Over 400 million naira. Over 400 million naira. Bitcoin, they move Bitcoin. Like say if you move Bitcoin, right? All these cryptocurrencies, right? If you move them, they say they real trace them. Or they trace this one. Oh. They trace them. But guess what? It was just everything just ended up in just like hey, ho, ha. And everybody just disappeared after that. So now their papa Falano can't say, because they went to him. Please help us talk to them. He is their lawyer. He was their lawyer. You know, fighting for human rights. He now advised them to take Sanwoiku's bribe. Because, you know, some of these people who are still in the hospital, some of these guys too, who need surgery. These ones that need another leg, you know, they've cut off this one leg. This one need arm. This one need this or that. They started moving here. Now their Falano can't say they should collect the money. They now went on. Say, okay, give us the money, then we can use that to pay those who are victims. Person where they shoot, collect 2 million. Person where their social media, they type, collected 15 million for trauma. Another one where their social media, they shout NSAS, NSAS, NSAC, NSAS, NSAC, collected 10 million naira, 5 million naira for trauma. Trauma where they will suffer. They shall not give any person with them cutting leg, collect 2 million. Whoa, look at your screen. So, don't be say Falana collected part of the 100 million, no. But we no go know how much Lagos State government, how much they take Begam to be able to talk to these people to come and collect this money. Now, take a look at your screen. You know, say they said nobody died. Nobody died. Where's the body? Where's the body? They came to come and burn down Lagos. They just want to go to, where's the body? They said 100 people died. 100 Kiniko died. Where is the body? Where is their family? Is that not the propaganda then? Actually, they know those who they killed. They know those ones who they almost killed. The ones that collected and shared the money, 100 million, 133 million, over 200 million naira that they shared. Now, this is money where we say they give them in cash new. It is not the indictment money that the tribunal said they should pay. They didn't pay that one. No. This one is just to see how many people they can shut up. Take a look at your screen again. Lucky Phenomenon versus Nigerian Army. Amputee, they cut that one's, I think they're cut in leg. They gave her 15 million. Olalekan, Faleye, and Nigerian police and Nigerian Army, they gave that one 15 million. Solomon Samuel, Nigerian Army, Lagos State government, they give her 15 million. Oniliowo, legend, they gave that one 10 million. Samuel Ishola, Nigerian Army, Lagos State government, Lekki concession company, 15 million. Another one that followed, they gave up 15 million. Olamile Koshanusi, Nigerian Army, they packed that one with dead body, with the dead. You know, they packed him inside where they were packing dead bodies of people they killed. They thought he was dead. So they gave him 15 million. He wasn't dead. So another one followed. Let's say Raimi Olamide. Now trauma, this one suffered 2 million. Family of late Mrs. Francisca Shizoba Agu. Family of the person they kill Abi. They say they struck that one out, whatever that means. Right? Okwe, shot. This one they shot him 15 million. Okala, 15 million. Joshua, 15 million. Nathaniel, death, 25 million for being killed. Nathan, then shoot him 15 million. Where is this one? Victoria Oniru. Aha. This one, they say a blessing a trauma, this one suffer. 5 million, 3 times. 15 million. Another one, severe trauma award. Who be this one? Sarah Ibrahim. This one, one of the obedient spokesperson. By the way, she later became a strong member of Obedient. Now 10 million for her role in assisting the panel. Now, these are the people who are now dragging themselves on social media. They are dragging themselves on social media now simply because a lot of people are wondering that why are they so worked up? Because a very dark man released an audio of a supposed cover-up, which mentioned, where Bobrisky was mentioning the name of Falana and Falana's son. that they said he should give them money so that they can pay to remove his name from ex-convicts. So they wanted to tear the young man apart. They are tearing him apart. They are saying, so this one is activist now. So Nigerians are so stupid. Nigerians are so gullible. They can't believe it. So this illiterate, they're very... So why are you attacking the young man? Because he mentioned Falano, their 42-year-old human rights fighter, who is also the friend of your murderers, the friend of your oppressors. Abi? They say, it's build his personality. Build personality, kill you there. Personality will build. Build a personality in that shithole, where majority of you are just like a dog eats dog. Abi? So why some of you who joined them in this different protests at the time, you thought you were doing so for a better Nigeria. There were others who practically were just cashing out on you. And this has further sort of put a veil, right, on the call that let us go and do peaceful protest. You have no idea who and who are doing the meeting behind you to use you as a means of cash out. If you die in their peaceful protests, you die wrongfully, because that's what it's going to be all about. The criminals that are going to kill you, eventually they will look for those ones that are like a big mouth among you, call them to the corner, give them some money, and they can deny your death. Unfortunately for the Ronokus, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crump eaters, the crump chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers, the bad stats, the bad idiots, they are no longer saying nobody died. They are now just wondering that, 100 million. They don't give me anything. Where they shout, they defend their Sanwoiku. Shishi, they don't give me. So they still give these people where we say they come, because that's the narrative. They said the answer was to kind of burn down Lagos, even though now Sanwoiku and gang mobilized the thugs. They are set ablaze the BRT, set ablaze the prison, set ablaze some of the government properties, police station. Now them, they use their own government buses to mobilize all these thugs, to transport them, right? To go and burn down this, burn down that, so that they can say the protest has become violence, so it can no longer continue, and the rest. So some of you who, they don't even give you shishi, but you have been fed their propaganda. They come the year now say, or more. So they still pay 100 million to some of the, yay. But we don't tell everybody, say nobody died. But now that we realize that they actually paid 100 million naira to bribe some families who lost their loved ones, or they loved amputees, or they loved limbs, or that, they themselves are now like wondering, like, I want call. You are just like a sufayo. You are only good and better used for the spread of their hate, the spread of their propaganda, their bigotry. You are of no real use to them. Me, I don't tell you down before. They are now on social media trying to call on Sanwoiku to come and shalaye. Why would Sanwoiku give such money? And why is the money not like through the government channel, whereby they can see the bank-to-bank transfer and the payments that really went out, right? Why did they have to insist on paying cash? But they said they were calling all of them, all their influencers, then to come and collect cash. See, now only cash day. 100 million naira cash. So the Abobakus that didn't know before that they have no real value. Even monetarily, you have no real value. They are now wondering, how come they didn't pay them? How come they only did the job of this propaganda that nobody died at Lekki? It is a lie. How come they didn't pay them money? It's because you are worthless. If you get killed tomorrow as well, it doesn't matter how many years you have been helping them to spread the tribal bigotry, the religious fanaticism, the hatred and all that you have been pushing. It doesn't matter how many years. You are worthless to them. Because I remember telling some of them that even me, Maiyegun, that speaks about them all the time, The ones that some of these Ronukus wishes I get deported or I get arrested for talking about their criminal leaders. I said, me, I even get more value than almost all of you Ronukus combined. No one, I mean, all of you, I don't know how many you are, right? If you are like 1 million, right? One Maiyegun is times 10 more valuable than you. Because they will do everything, right? To kiss my, feet. Just for me to kind of be on their side. You know that? They will offer anything. They will beg. They will crawl. They will roll on the floor, right? Just to get this microphone, my microphone, to speak good of them. But those of you who are like the victims of their bad governance, the victims of their bad policies, the victims of their oppression, who still, despite all this, your voluntary slavery, you are still there every day, trying to see if you can shut anyone down or shut anybody up. For them, you have no real value to them. No value. So, we saw that. And then when I was sort of looking around, and so I saw this guy who they say, Uzordinjo, Uzordinjo, the Supreme Court Governor of Owerri, has concluded to bring in the Fulani refugees to Imo State. It is even promising that any of them, that is ready, any of the Fulani settlers that is ready to marry Imo ladies. Imo ladies will actually really marry Fulani terrorists per se. I don't understand. Like, is there any Igbo lady for real? Imo State, the supposed most educated people in Nigeria, as at a 2023 survey. Like, in that place, you get people where we say, Uzordinjo will marry the Fulanis that they are relocating to Imo. I have no idea. So they said they are bringing some of them to Ehime. Chemo pronounce it, Dada. Ehime or Mbano. They are bringing them to Imo to resettle them there. It's like a modern Ruga. So this guy did a piece on it. And I'm going to start with that.
Adam, very quick one. Because ihe asị a na-ebute na Ehime Mbano na na-ebute ebe a ga train ndị IDPs, internally displaced persons, na na-ebute n'Imo State na about how many millions of ndị gbara ọsọ ize ndụ na mgbago ugwu Nigeria. Ya ndị Boko Haram chụpụrụ ma Kaduna, ma Kano, ma Borno, ma Taraba, ma Adamawa. Ndị a nwechara IDP ma ndị nọ na Benue, a ga-ebute ha n'Imo State ebe a ga-enye ha training. Gịnị gbasara Imo State na IDP? I begin to wonder the kind of leaders I want in Imo State. I begin to wonder the kind of government I want in Imo State. Can you gbasara ndị Imo State na inwe IDP training center? Anya gbagọsọ ebe Imo State ha nwere problem. Boko Haram on Imo State. People, the mmadụ onwere ebe asị na enwere IDP camp in Imo State. So why will you transfer ndị ugwu to Imo State in training? We are still suffering in high suffering in Imo State. Again to have a problem with us in Imo State. Okay, I will play this video now. Just watch the video first. After watching this video, we'll complete Ehime.
On skills acquisition. Federal Commissioner Tijani Ahmed stated this during an inspection of facilities for the training at Nso in Ehime Mbano Council area. Senior reporter Prince Suba has details and will return with business news.
According to UN Refugee Agency, Nigeria is home for over 85,000 refugees and asylum seekers. About 3.3 million people are living in internally displaced camps as a result of conflict and violence at the end of 2023. The country is still rated among the 10 countries with the largest number of IDPs globally.
Check what he has done.
Worried by this increasing trend, the federal government is making efforts to begin training of these vulnerable people in acquiring skills to reduce unemployment. The National Commissioner for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons and his team are here on an inspection of this facility located inside the National Open University of Nigeria Study Center.
Ndị a niile unu hụchara nga ahụ a ga-ekpote ha n'Imo steeti ma nwoke ma nwaanyị a ga-ekpote ha n'Imo steeti. Imo steeti wụzi ihe a wee ebe amawapụtara for National Open University. Why not use it for ihe eji eme? Ole ihe unu ji jọzi iwepụ that National Open University werezie IDP training gịnị kpụrụla anyị ndị ugwu kpoterela anyị ege n'Imo steeti. Anyị ka na-arịagodi nke anyị na-arịa anyị arịachabe mkpakpa ha na-akpa na ihi agwa naked ọfụrụla na ebe ndị ọzọ enwere n'Owerri West. Anyị arachabe ya, anyị arachabe ka a na-arịa n'Ọkigwe. Anyị arachabe nke ahụ unu achọkwa ikpotere anyị ndị ugwu again na IDP training center. Gịnị jikọrọ anyị nwa na training center for internally displaced? Do we have a problem in Imo State? What is wrong with these leaders? What is wrong with these leaders? This is how they sell us out. Even the governor, even you know, what is your problem for crying out loud? Problem? Can they have it in Lagos? Can they have it in Abuja? Can they have it in Kano? Can they have this thing in Kaduna? Why are they bringing it to the southeast? Why are they bringing it to the southeast? I need to read you our leaders. I need to read you these people. Nda janye gwegu over that. Nda poro leaders. Hajanye gwegu na this state. Na Igbo. What is your problem? Why this gra dragging relationship with Ndugu? Keuru Ndugu baranyewa. The only uru ha baranye will dragging power in the federal. That is the only uru nda baranye. Dragging power. Owu uru ha baranye uru. Ula chi buterani IDP training center Ndugu nde Fulani nda Hausa n'Imo State. Nde Ehime Mbano. You people should stand on your feet now. Unu bankete mmiri erekwulu unu. Ehime Mbano. Okigwe zone. Unu gbakwa nkete iyeri elu unu. You people should start writing petition now. Start organizing protest now. Start standing on your feet now that you know actually hokwa ihe. Unu gbakwa nkete ka ahụ gbasakwara unu. Nke ahụ gbasara unu. A place that is unstable as Ehime Mbano. A place that is unstable as Okigwe. Ka ndị achọkwara iburu ndị ugwu again. Butekwe. Ka ha bịa mix it up with the locals. Ọwakwa mkpamkpa ha na-akpa na mkpamkpa eji mara ha. Ka ntọrọ mmadụ rikwa elu. Ka ịwakpo ndị mmadụ rikwa elu. Ndị Ehime Mbano ndị Okigwe zone. The ball is now on your court and in your court. Also unu gbano nkịtị. Unu gba nkịtị mmiri eri unu. But it is a shame that you have leaders. Ndị kpọrọ onwe ha leaders now. Ndị sị na ha leaders ndị Imo now. It is a shame we have people like you. Fear.
Kiakwa is right. If you have 3.8 million internally displaced people from northern Nigeria, if you look at the map of Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria is the smallest part of Nigeria. The biggest part of Nigeria is up north. Take a look at this. They have the land, they have the space where they can build IDP training centers in Abuja or in other up north, Borno, Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto, all these areas. Why are they bringing them to the eastern part of Nigeria? They're supposedly the smallest parts of Nigeria. Why? Because of an agenda. There is an agenda of resettlement. There is an agenda that is called the Ruga agenda in the first place. All of this is to ensure that people find a way of being resettled officially so that in another 10, 15, 20 years, right, they will become a community that is gazetted as part and parcel of that state. You see, the real original owners of the land, they will chase them away. In the past 5 years, Uzordinjo, he has been unleashing terror on his own people. Olu, Osu. You see these two local government areas, especially this Olu local other area, Baba, is the area that currently have the second largest deposit of liquid natural gas in the whole world. They measure, which is gas, right? They measure and said, you see the buried liquid natural gas under the ground, the land of Olu, is over 30 trillion cubic liter. The country with the biggest deposit of liquid natural gas, LNG, in the whole world is Russia. After Russia, now Olu in Imo State. It has become the bedrock of different kinds of terrorism in the last 5 years. Unknown government this, unknown government that. And you know, all sponsored by APC. People's land have been taken. People have been, they have been summarily kidnapped by the agent of government. And they made them disappear. They have a place in Owerri. And they call it, it's like an abattoir house. Lion building, a villa, lion house, a big coco. If you enter that place, you feel no come back alive. They have terrorized Igbo governor, sponsoring terror against his own people. There were this community, I can't remember the name of this community also in the Imo State. They staged a protest that they do not want Ruga in their community. A week after that, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force, they started dropping bomb on this community. Prince Jejeman, please remind me, you are from Abia and you know this story very well. I need a name. They were dropping bomb on them. The next thing, they moved in the military. Guess what? They said they were looking for IPOB, ESN. Because the people go out and protested that their land cannot be taken for Ruga. Because they heard that when Bokwari was sharing money, he gave Imo State $9.8 million. They gave Ebonyi State $10 million. All of this is for them to provide lands for Ruga, where they will bring in Fulani settlers. Okay? And according to them, to reduce any kind of a fight between Fulani and the Igbos. Why should the Fulani be fighting Igbos? What did they get in common? From Futajalon, 1,000 kilometers away, to a community in Imo State. Why should the Fulani come there and fight them? And the way to settle is to give them small land for Ruga. And the people hear that, they say, no, you can't take our land. You can't take our land. We will not give our land. A week, I'm going to go and look for that protest video. I will look for it, and possibly I can still play it on this platform before we leave. These guys protested that they do not want Ruga, they do not want all this in their land. 2 years ago, a week or two after that, community of rural farmers. They were farmers, women, men. The next thing, Nigerian army, they started shooting them. They started dropping bomb there. They said they are looking for ESN. They said those people are harboring ESN. They are harboring IPOB. And they have to clear the whole place. A lot of them were killed. Others ran away. But those who couldn't run away, they remained there. They remained. Now we have now heard that Olu, Osuo, these places, they have deposit, huge deposit of LNG. LNG that could make them one of the richest destinations in the whole world if they use their natural resources for them. Natural resources that could actually make all the people, citizens of that communities, never to work again in their lives, and they will never suffer again in their lives. Just for coming from that area, you come from Olu or you come from Osu, you will never ever have to work in for the rest of your life, from generation, like 100 generations to come. But what are they doing to them? They are unleashing terror on them. Their media is saying these guys are harboring ESN. And there is nothing of such. You want to resettle Fulani there? Eh? Oru, God bless you. That's the one they want to resettle Fulanis. They want to resettle Fulani in Oru. And the community said, no. No, they are already wrecking havoc, destroying our farms. We don't want them here. They protested. Boom. They started bombing them. Their governor is Igbo. Their governor no be Fulani. Their governor no be Yoruba. Na Igbo man. Oh, bless Uzordinjo. And today, if you go to those areas now, they're almost ghost towns, ghost communities. So now, the part of Nigeria where Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, have killed and killed and killed displaced people. They do not have any other bigger states in northern Nigeria to build rehabilitation training center for IDP, except Imo State. Now, if the people of that community protest tomorrow, suddenly you will see the Nigerian army. You will see the Nigerian Air Force. They will begin to drop bomb on them. They will begin to burn their properties, burn their houses. And the media will say IPOB versus, they will say government versus IPOB. When IPOB have nothing, absolute nothing to do with it. But their media will push it. And there are some gullible Igbos. The supposed coward Igbos. The pygmy Igbos. Who still want to be part of this one contraption Nigeria. They will point and say, now Nnamdi Kanu Kosam. This is what Nnamdi Kanu has brought upon our people. See what Nnamdi Kanu, since this IPOB, this Biafra, this IPOB, this, look at what they are doing to our people. But yet, the people behind all this carnage, these killings, they had the political class. Why are you going to build a rehabilitation center for those that were displaced in Borno, displaced in Sokoto, displaced by Boko Haram in Kaduna, or displaced in Katsina, Kerbi, Yobe? You are bringing them to Imo State to rehabilitate. Come on, man. Look at this one. So they have not really said they should rehabilitate people here, but from their own experience.
What can I use this hand for? I said hardly for me to eat with this hand. And it's my wife that's sponsoring me.
About 7 years ago. Very ugly incident. You see, that is why I said the governor of Ogun State should take it as a responsibility to set up an inquiry so that people can come themselves, narrate all the ugly things they have gone through as an Ogun State indigene to the government. And the government should know what to do as a matter of urgency. Because this is Ogun State. And this is Ogun State that past years ago we had a president from this state who governed Nigeria for 8 years and never heard of it, of any Ogun State indigene going to the north to be creating nuisance. Can I go to Ogun State now? Can I go to north now as a traditional ruler to be drinking beer in public and Ogogoro? Tell me what will happen. Everybody keeps talking as if we don't like Fulanis. No! They are also Nigerians. But their fundamental right does not imply them coming to be killing people in their land. We are becoming a slave in our land. And this is right time we need to let the government know that if the government refuses to do what is right, then people should be able, don't blame anybody to take weapons and defend himself. Because in our constitution, there is self-defense.
The command has put in place a very serious security arrangement on ground there. The Commissioner of Police, CP Edward Awolowo Ajogun, was there personally today, together with the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operation and the squadron commander. They are there for on-the-spot assessment of the situation, and we are able to discuss with the farmers, the natives there, and the.
When can I use this?
In Ogun State, our people are being, destroyed by this murderous Fulani terrorist. And when you look at all the areas, we initially thought, oh, they were just terrorists who are like, collecting ransom. No, they are targeting. There are areas that are being targeted. These are areas rich in mineral resources. That even the people living in those communities have no idea what is buried under their land. They have no idea. They are wondering, why are these terrorist Fulanis occupying their lands, shooting and killing everybody? Why? Ogun State has so many mineral resources, including uranium. You are right. We have so many of these precious mineral resources. And our people who are just living their normal life in the rural areas, rural communities, they are being targeted by these Fulani terrorists and their sponsor. And then you see the political class, these weak men. They are ready as long as they are paid. They are willing and ready to let them do whatever they want. Just give us money so that we can go and buy properties in Dubai, buy properties in America, buy properties all over the world, buy citizenship for their children, and then abandon all these rural dwellers. This was 3 years, almost 4 years now, 3 years ago in Ogun State. I'll keep reminding us this horrible event.
Due to that crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country, that's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that. By force. By force. It's not by willingness. Women. Man or women. How much are us, man or women? Only you. Are dying here. Both the women and men migrated from that area. No. And then people died.
They say how many people they killed there.
There are few many people, but that our many people, many people have lost their lives. People are still migrating because of that. What happened? It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow. They are killing the people anyhow. They will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to all family. And when you are coming here
you ask for you can speak for the committee. Yeah? You know what you understand? Take a place one committee and take it the people who come to the village and take it like here. Are you understand?
Le voilà encore. Le voilà.
Women five persons in the community. The young, the women, the man, and the young group.
Our people had to run to Benin Republic on foot. When those people were migrating and running away from their killers, 3 pregnant women went into an emergency labor. They gave birth in the bush, running away to the neighboring country. There was never a time that this was shown on the TV in Ogun State where it happened. Not once. Not once did the government of Ogun State acknowledge that video I just showed you. Up to today, officially, it was never acknowledged that happened. And it's still happening. So people are just on their own. Because these weak men only want power. That's all they care about. They have the power, it's never for their own people. Rather, they will team up with whoever is ready to pay them. And then ignore or silence the people. So when they tell you, let us go and do peaceful protests, I know they join them, my hand no do anything peaceful protest nonsense, by the way, but I won't say make you no protest. Just before you go and join anything, just look at those involved. That is the situation of our people. And if you remember this, let me see if I can still bring that up. Okay, no, I think I currently don't have it on here. So I'll try and get that up some other time. But before I put it up, okay, I have a video of where, very dark man, the guy that is now kind of like a, striking the waters we see, appeared at their National Assembly today for the supposed invitation they gave to him. I'm going to bring you more on that later this evening, by the way. Still talking about Ogun State. A few days ago, Rufai Oseni published a video, which is a segment of Shagamu Benin Expressway that has completely been washed off, no longer like motorable or existing, so to say. And today, Dubious Darkbot, their governor, was there with the cameras and all of that to inspect it, rather than sending engineers to go do their job, right? He was there with the cameras. But the first part is the video of the place a few days ago, and then today.
Right after that, we do the give a shout out to your friend segment. And this is all packed this morning for us to have it.
This is the road
on the blast point zone.
It's Federal Road. Look at it. Federal Road. Federal Road.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m. every Saturday on Blast Urban 98.
Federal Road.
We are on Shagamu Benin Expressway. This expressway starts from the interchange off the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. And what we are doing here is to inspect for myself what exactly has happened that has caused the total breakdown, total collapse of this road, and has caused commuters that are traveling from Lagos to the southeast, south-south zone of this country, commuters that are traveling from the southeast, south-south to Lagos or to Ogun State, untold hardship. This is a federal road, which we all know. This is probably, unarguably, the most important road to southern Nigeria because it evacuates traffic carrying goods and persons from Lagos, the financial headquarters of Nigeria, to Ogun State, to southeast, south-south zone of Nigeria. So it's a major arterial road. The reconstruction of this road was awarded by previous administrations. However, sadly, that reconstruction was started from the Benin end of this road, sadly and curiously. And from what we are told, the budget was not enough to allow for the completion of this road to the Shagamu interchange. So it stopped short of getting to Ijebu, somewhere around the outskirts of Ijebu, around between Ijebu and Ijebu East. And what we are seeing today is what our masses are suffering. I've come to see for myself so I can ensure that the state government, in a responsible manner, steps in immediately. Let me confirm to you that last week, Thursday, I also brought the issue of this road to the attention of Mr. President. I had a one-on-one meeting with him and I discussed with him that there is an emergency that needs to be attended to on this road. So, for the avoidance of doubt, let nobody not think that Ogun State has not been responsive. Now, knowing fully well that the federal government have a lot of such critical roads to deal with, as a responsive state government, we deployed our Ministry of Works, our Ministry of Environment to this place. And what they've done is to identify exactly the immediate cause of this ponding. In the meantime, you see that they are filling this place with hardcore, and they are going to continue to fill it so that it can be, passable. But this is just an immediate intervention. I have sought from Mr. President his attention so that the Ministry of Works can immediately award this road to a reputable contractor. And I know they're working on it. However, Mr. President has also instructed me that if we do not get the attention as fast as we want, the state government should go ahead and take ownership of this section and repair it. So we'll wait and see what happens over the next 48 hours. If we don't see enough traction, the state government will step up what we're doing, will take ownership of this section of the road, and we'll do a total reconstruction. Because we cannot sit by, fold our arms, and allow innocent citizens of Nigeria and of the state to continue to suffer.
Right after that, nuisance Lele.
They have roads like that, but they were able to give Shaguri. 1.1 trillion naira. Out of 16 trillion naira they want to use in building a coastal road. Remember? So he went there for the photo op and all that. You know? On paper, that particular road has been completed. If you go and look at Bokwari's record of completed roads, reconstructed roads, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, reconstructed, completed. Lagos-Shagamu, Benin, Warri Expressway, Delta, completed, reconstructed and completed. Second Niger Bridge, built, completed. East-West Road, 70% completed. All lies. Where is Isaleko Barack Obama now? Ajangbadi Albert Einstein. Where is he now? Your Minister of Darkness, potholes, and homelessness. Fashola Holmes. Where is he now? They are already touting his name to come and replace Bajabia Mule as a chief of staff to Tifnumbu. They said if he was the one that is chief of staff to Tifnumbu, Tifnumbu would have done better than this. Our bunch of failures. Our young Kadubi, our young Wale Idun, dons wars of the wars from Yoruba land. But no, since most of our people have never listened to anything like any good life, what they have been offered, the mediocrity they've been offered, is so appreciated enough that they will take offense when you tell them the truth about these criminals. Bokwari don't complete that road though, on paper. They don't complete. You will even go and check the archive. You will see the picture. It's completed. But they are parading themselves as the Yoruba, oh my God, how can anybody say these are the Yoruba elite, for God's sake? These are the best you have in Yoruba land. Are you joking? How can you look at these rogues and say these are the best you have from you? Ow! Oh, my skin crawls. But yeah, sometimes you do not actually fight for these guys because they do not deserve anybody fighting for them. In no, same way, right? I saw a clip of this guy from that axis too. On Lokpasa Jesu Tega. It was on Arise last night, as usual, passing the buck, passing the blame. Do you mind?
I went there that same morning. Because me, I don't trust the EFCC with this matter. I know they are just playing the script. And I have absolutely no confidence in them anymore. So
he's talking about the EFCC, by the way.
I went there that same morning. Because me, I don't trust the EFCC with this matter. I know they are just playing the script. And I have absolutely no confidence in them anymore. So I drove there myself. Where did I park, Dr. Abati? I parked at the car park. They told me that Yaya Bello was there with Governor Dodo. And that people were hailing him, including the EFCC staff, calling him white lion, white lion, white lion. And he stayed there for 4 hours. He interacted with the chief of staff. I don't know where the chairman, my learned friend, Olanikpeku Olukoyede was. He interacted with his chief of staff, who told him to go home. Only for that same person to go to the Kogi State Governor's Lodge to ask the same person who had presented himself, who had said, whenever you need me, they told him that if we need you, that's what police do. I don't know the kind of training the EFCC officers have. If we need you, we will call you. I am here. Call me. I will come. No, they brought their full Nollywood crew, basically, to come and stage a fake arrest. And he said, no, I will go there myself. Did I not come there in the morning? Then they started shooting in a residential neighborhood.
Tega, well, as counsel, what will you advise? Yes, will you say that former Governor Yahaya Bello should at least make the attempt again of either going back to the EFCC to fulfill all righteousness or show up in court? What will you advise?
Yaya Bello, Dr. Abati, is good. Yaya Bello is in court. This is the irony of this narrative. Yaya Bello has never been a fugitive from justice. I interacted with Yaya Bello. According to Yaya Bello, this is he's not a lawyer. He's a highly intelligent man, but he's not a lawyer. He said he has credible evidence, intelligence, that people are trying to harm him under the guise of fighting corruption. Now, that sort of statement is not really, it's a bit too generalized to a lawyer.
Okay, quickly, let me clarify something. Let me clarify something. Are you part of Yaya Bello's legal team? Are you a member of his legal team?
No. He's not at all. He's a very, very good friend of mine, someone who respects me greatly.
Oh, okay. So that's your
He's my fellow party man.
Oh, okay. That's your bona fide.
He's my fellow party man and my fellow Baptist, my fellow supporter of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
I see. Okay, very quickly. One of the narratives that former Governor Yaya Bello's supporters have been putting out there is that this is a case of political persecution. They have said, look, there have been issues about misappropriation of funds in Kano State, in Benue State, in other states, in Kaduna State, for example. That why is it only Yaya Bello?
Yeah.
But that argument would seem to have fallen flat because this week, or rather a few days ago, we have heard that the EFCC has arrested and detained former governor of Taraba State, Darius Ishako, over the misappropriation of local government funds up to the tune of 27 billion naira. Is it a difference in law to say, why are you coming after me? Why not the other man?
As you probably even know better than me, Dr. Abati, justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. When the law enforcement seems to be executing selective justice, well, it makes everyone lose confidence in the system. In the case of former Governor Yaya Bello, I mean, it is so clear, crystal clear, that it is a hatchet job that the EFCC is up to. The person that you declared wanted, I mean, Ruben, try to wrap your head around this absolutely clumsy, bizarre scenario. You declared someone wanted. You tarnished his reputation. You subjected him to a media trial. The person comes to your office, says, here I am, and you tell him to go home. Then at night you go to attack him, start shooting in the residential neighborhood. That person in law, I challenge any lawyer to refute that. That person in law is entitled to feel you are trying to assassinate him. Why didn't you just take me to custody if you are so desperate to have me? I have come to the police station. You did not arrest me. You told me to go back to my flat. Then in the middle of the night you start shooting. You want to kill me. I have a right to self-preservation, for God's sake. That is a fundamental human right. That is Yaya Bello's fundamental human right. Now, this narrative of Yaya Bello running from the law. Do you know how people run from the law? You run from the law by thumbing your finger at the court. You don't go briefing lawyers to go and represent you in court. Yaya Bello has been in court all this while. He's not a fugitive. He's not running from anything. He's not even the kind of person that runs from anyone or anything. So this old narrative, I don't know what the hell is going on in that EFCC. If they are not jailing cross-dressers or bargaining plea bargain deals with bartenders, then we hear that they have collected 15 million from a cross-dresser to drop charges. I mean, it is a cesspit of corruption. We need to shake the EFCC down from top to bottom. And with due respect to my learned colleague, Ola Olukoyede, I would say anytime, any day is, you see, if the problem we have in life, generally in this country, We do not learn from hindsight. Many have gone. It's something that people used to write in those luxurious buses in those days. Let him go down memory lane and see where his predecessors ended up. In fact, in his own case, he is by far the worst head in that agency.
Well,
àsìkò òǹgbẹ lọ́tún lósì ẹ̀mí òsìká rẹ̀ Jagaban Karim.
It's unreal. I mean, if they tell you that Nigeria is a real place, they lie to you. It is not a real place. You can take that to the bank, right? The minister of power in Nigeria, I've been a minister of darkness, Omo peculiar mess, Benkele mess, Adebayo, came out yesterday and said Nigerians are now enjoying 24 hours electricity. Meanwhile, every day I have seen people cry that they are being shortchanged, they are being duped. Imagine you loading 100,000 naira, 100,000 naira electricity, and it doesn't last you more than a week. A week is 7 days, maximum 8 days. Do you see this problem now? Third world country that is actually paying the bill of a first world country. They deducted my electricity bill, right? This morning, because Monday, it was supposed to have been taken as far back as Friday, 3 days ago. On Saturday, but because it was weekend, so they couldn't take my direct debits on weekends. So they shifted it to today. And they took £90 from my bank, £89 something. So if you change that to Nigerian money, that is practically going to be about 200,000 naira or less. Maybe 190,000 naira here in the UK. And I have access to 24 hours electricity. 24 hours. And if you come to my house in Glasgow, you probably will think, Abba, hey, you just leave all these lights on. Similarly, if you check how much I pay for my gas, which is what I always kind of leave that on almost 24/7 too. So for my gas is about 90, maybe 91 pounds. For my electricity, that's like about 89, 90 pounds. So for both of them, okay, electricity now, because you don't need gas in Nigeria, okay? Electricity, my electricity in the UK, in Glasgow, if you convert it to your naira, is probably, 190,000 naira for 4 weeks, for 30 days. In Nigeria right now, where they have darkness instead of power, instead of electricity, they have different band A, band B, band C, band E. So those who are in band A as those they expected to use 20 hours electricity every day. Electricity when no day. They tell you say you did band A, you will get 20 hours a day. Now people will load about 100,000 naira. And within 10 days, it's gone. 100,000 naira. Do you know what that means? That's like that is like about 50 pounds. Third world country, we don't get power. People they pay up to 50 pounds a week to power to get to pay for electricity that they won't even see. So, and I've had people complain that they have been dubiously put on that band A, and yet 2 days, 3 days, sometimes they won't even see electricity. So, when the Minister of Darkness, Adebayo Peculiar Mess, Benkele Mess, came out yesterday to say Nigerians are complaining that these are the Nigerians that will never be able to live in a working Nigeria. Everybody wants Nigeria that is working. Can you pay? Papa, they give them the power, but you're taking their money. So which means in 2 weeks, what I pay for a whole month 24 hours electricity in the UK is what some of you are paying. In Nigeria, for darkness, 2 weeks power in Nigeria for darkness.
Please, we are Mr. and Mrs. Egodo. This is my wife, Ijoma. I'm Chijoke. Please, we are begging NEPA or any people that are in charge of giving us light here in Anambra State. Please, we are duly begging you people to remove us from Band A. We don't want to be inside Band A again. We are appealing to you. If there is...
Let me on the light so that this...
On which light? On which light? On which light?
Sorry.
Ijoma. Ijoma.
Sorry. Oh, God, already bright.
What don't you use brightness to do?
Sorry. It's for the camera to bring your color out.
Please, we are begging you people. Please, any band you people put us inside. Please, the band will not be called Akosia now. Please, we are begging you people. Remove us from Band A. Remove us from Band A in the NEPA. Please. If there is anything like Band Y or Band Z or Band 0, carry us and go there. Please. Otoko, Boanogide, 3 days, you will not see light. They did not put me into this kind of light. The sweetness of Nigeria is 3 days no light. I don't know where this Band A and Band B started. Please, please, please. Enough is enough. If you look at us now, you will think that we are selling electronics. I'm begging you people so that I will not be having issues with my wife. Because I have warned her, nothing like light again in this house.
But we use it to see.
We shall walk in darkness. We see by faith. We are Christians. We are Christians. We walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by light. Please, let this video also serve as a warning and evidence to my in-laws.
Remove them from Band A, Abi Band B, go put them for Band Y, so they won't have to be paying for something they are not using. The other day I was talking about comparative analysis, that in the UK, in a single week, a single day, I could work and earn at the rate of £15 an hour, or at the lowest of £10 an hour. I could do a job of, let's say, 7 hours a day. So that would give me £70. So from that £70, I could put aside £20. So that £20 will pay for my electricity for like a week. That's from the money I make in a day. So the money I make in a week can possibly pay for my electricity bill for a month, pay for my food, pay my rent, and pay some other things as well. In Nigeria, where they have, you are running a dollar economy, even though in Naira you spend. You pay for a lot of things that you don't see. I pay tax here, and I see what they use my taxes for. You pay taxes in Nigeria. You don't see what they use it for. You can't even ask them, right? There is no value for anything you pay for. And somebody came here and said I shouldn't be comparing. Now, you are paying me the other day, this one I'm telling you, right? Somebody actually said they bought 100,000 Naira electricity for their flats. And within a week is over. Not because they have electricity per se, and they never have electricity for 20 hours a day. But yet, on paper, they said you have electricity 24 hours, 20 hours a day. 20 hours a day. They are rationing it. They put you in Band-Aid. And you are spending more than person where they live for UK that is making more money than you. You are paying for something where if person where they UK, if they charge us that same money that they charge you, majority of us go to the streets, they protest. No joke. Majority of us will become wrecked. They will be destroyed. It's even the ones they are charging us. Some of us are still complaining. That everything money, 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 everything money, money. But we are seeing the value for that money. In Nigeria, you don't get value for it, and you cannot complain. But some of you are pretending to be big men, big women. Well, God go they do Jari. As long as God is God will be providing. You know? But yet you are being subjected economically into what a lot of us cannot survive if we are in that place. And then you look away and pray. God will help us, Jari. Anyway, from the report I have received from their House of Representatives, they invited EFCC chairman, Bobrisky, and the very dark man on top this expose and the bribery stuff. Bobrisky no show. EFCC chairman no show. Now only very dark man show. So the guy just told all of them, I will die if I say anything here. I won't say anything until Bobrisky is here. EFCC chairman, all the people where you invite. If they cannot be here, then I have nothing to say to all of you.
So I don't say anything while I'm here, and Bobrisky will not be here. Now, my lawyer will be the one to talk, and I will not say a word, because I will not want to walk out from the people that are holding on to my father. So I won't say anything until Bobrisky is here, and the EFCC chairman is here. Thank you very much.
Number two, I'm just echoing what we are discussing. Number two, he's saying that he has not said he's not going to speak. At least we came prepared, we came with almost everything that is needed by this committee here. We have even come with additional evidence that is not even available online. We have come with everything. So he's not saying, I don't want to assist the committee, I don't want to talk. He's saying because that person who should be here, who is not here, who has sent a lawyer to represent he or she, that he is not going to talk directly, that he's going to talk to his counsel. That's just all he's saying, and nothing more.
In addition, I would like to say, the man from my state, he said if I don't speak, they will move immigration to the state. I will not mind being I will not mind, let me sorry, please. And also, in the voice notes, Bobrisky said something about the Godfather. So it's obvious that there's a Godfather somewhere that might maybe told him not to come, and nothing will happen because he has disrespected everybody here by not coming, and you are trying to force me to talk, and you are already throwing me little threats that you detain me. I will stay in the cell, and this is not my first time, it's not my second time. So I'll go and stay there until he's ready. But for now, I will not say anything. If I say anything, let me die.
They were already threatening him. Can you imagine? Because some of Bobrisky godfathers, they are inside that place. Some of them who have attended the PDD-like party where no camera is allowed. They are part of that National Assembly. The lawbreakers that will publicly use religion to tell you that Nigeria doesn't support homosexual, but majority of them are ritualists, homosexualists inside that same cesspool of the gathering of criminals called the House of Representatives. They were threatening him there that he must answer questions from them. He said, no, I'm not answering any of your questions. And if I have to answer your questions, my lawyer will answer your questions, not me. So if you are here threatening me that you will lock me up somewhere. Why? What is really wrong with these people? Why is it that any small thing like this, we could lock you up? We could show you that we have, who the hell are you guys? So I am going to bring you more later this evening on that. I saw a video where they had, they had their young boys. This is a police station. They had young boys and even women all locked in the same room. And the police officer said it's an holding cell for the person that is on the counter to see them. You lock women, children up in a cell. Like, what the hell is really wrong with these people in that contraption, for goodness sake? I saw it and I kind of felt so cringy about it.
This is an open cell. These are children.
roaming around the streets, that ran away from their houses. The resident of Lekki brought them to the station, and most of them, their parents have come to take them over. They had only be kept at the open cell, where the charge room, that is back of the charge room. This is the charge room. This is the charge room. Now, this door was open. They decided to come to this place and stay. These are the two cells we have for people. This is a main cell. You get up and turn your back. This is a main cell that has its key. This is another female cell. So this is just an open passage. This is an open passage. So this is not part of the two cells are there. One. This is just an open space. This door was not locked. This is where they are.
Women are together in this cell. See small pikin with children. We don't know what to do. You people should come to our aid. We are in Maroko police station. We need help right now. We need help. Like seriously, yesterday night they picked us. They arrested us. They said we cannot walk, that they are raiding. How am I supposed to know that they are raiding in Lekki? I'm a victim. Please, this is real or more. You people should look at my face. This is my face. You people should help me. You people should help me, please. I'm here. Nobody to. They say I'm going to prison for working at night. I should go to prison. Like this is too much for me to be like. See. It should make sense. See where we are. Please, Nigerians, we need help. We need help.
In Nigeria, no happen to you. In Nigeria, no happen to you. They pray. They pretend say you know here. You want to go scream, amen, amen, oh, amen. If Nigeria happen to you, right, you may not even live to tell the story. Did you see that space they are putting people? Yeah, to psychologically. There are people who are like, who have claustrophobia. You know, if you put some people inside one room, a small room, they will have a panic attack. Is it not called claustrophobia? I can't remember. I think it is called claustrophobia, where people begin to panic and they will lose it. All of these are means of psychologically breaking people. And all in all, police station in Nigeria is just to extort you. They will threaten you that you are going to prison. They will threaten you. They will put you in such a place that when it starts raining, you will be like you are outside. So if they ask you to pay money, you will quickly beg and look for somebody who can give you money and pay. To psychologically torture you, force you, break you, so that you can give them money. And if you spend a day there, you are unable to give them money and nobody is coming to give them money, then they can transfer you to Kirikiri. They have they have judges in that same Lagos that will quickly send you to prison, Kirikiri, because you are unable to pay them 10,000, 20,000 naira bribe. They raid people every now and then. You know, children are locked in that place. If nobody comes to claim them, to pay them money, they will send them to maximum security prison, Kirikiri. That is what the contraption is all about. Now they've swear for the female version of Olukayode, as well as Tanko Technicality, the Babala Wayfair, the original plane driver. These two rogues, their female version, Kekere Ekun, Agbaule. If nobody don't swear for them today, as your CJN.
Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajudeen Abbas.
And I think that's where we're going to draw the curtain this afternoon. I will be back later in the evening, which is expected to be a more detailed session. It's been a while that we had our People's Parliament. So if we have to put it into a vote, would you want us to have People's Parliament later this evening or maybe later this week? Raise up your hands. So many of you will probably be like, yes. Some will say no. Well, I'm putting it into your subconsciousness now, right? That if we don't have our People's Parliament this evening, we should have it tomorrow. I'm going to elaborate more on these enemies of regionalism and why later this evening. So I will see you then, okay? Enjoy the rest of your morning or afternoon or maybe evening until we see again. You all take care. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Maiyegun Diary, Diary political. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, IDP number 1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ní súnmọ́ bìlà